that beautiful bean footage. You're rolling, babe.
I'm not rolling yet.
Well, you are rolling.
Oh. Well, hey gamblers. I figured today we'd do some crapless. Was watching Whalen's Way Craps with Alicia's stream, and a couple people were asking for crapless. And as it's becoming more and more popular, I figured we would do some crapless strategies. So that's what we're gonna do.
You don't sound too enthusiastic.
That's what we're gonna do.
Maybe a little energy, excitement.
Oh, it's this snowy weather. We haven't been able to go to the casa, no.
We're at the casa.
We're definitely at the casa. All right, so we are going to bump up the bankroll a little bit. So $2,000. So we got $1,500 in black. We got $400 in green. We got 75, 80, 90 in red. And 10 in white. So yesterday showed off the one-hit wonder using the 4, 6, 8, 10, and the field to cover our extremes. So what I want to do, I want to go a little more aggressive, but without the field. So if you watched part 2 of yesterday's crapless, Waylon kind of had us demo his setup to cover the extremes. So what I want to try first of all is to go a little more aggressive on that strategy. So yesterday, if you weren't here, we set up with 60 on the 8, 60 on the 6, 35 on the 10, excuse me, and 35 on the 4. What I want to do is I want to bump these up to 50. And the reason why, here's my thinking. One hit on the 4 and 10, we can immediately cover the 2 and 3, 11 and 12 in one hit. So I want to try it like that, and then I've got another idea that's going to kind of start out like this, and then we're going to regress to protect our bankroll. But for now, we're going to start it out like this. We are going to wait for a point to get established. So we've got 50 on the 4, 60 on the 6, 60 on the 8, 50 on the 10. Let's get a point. 7. Yo, 11. We don't need those to roll right now. There's the hard 10. Should have been working to come out, right? We could have really demonstrated it. That's okay. All right, our bets are working. There's the hard 4, perfect. This is absolutely perfect. We're gonna drop the dealer $2, tell him 4 greens. So there's our 4 greens. Straight away, in one hit, we can cover the 2, 3, 11, 12. We are set up with one roll of the dice. All right. There's midnight. Boxcars. Pays 6 to 1. So we'll grab like that. And what we'll do is we'll press the 3 and 11 and rack the $100. Looking good. Let's keep it up. 5, 2, 7. That's all right. Everyone got to see how the strategy set up. It it would have worked out really good with my regression idea that I have, but that's okay. We're going to be just fine. All right, so we're set up. Coming out. We've got our $220 out there. All right, we're on the 4. Too bad I wasn't working. We would have been set up in one shot again. That's all right. Here we go. There's the 5. Don't have it. Yo 11. We don't need those to roll right now. There's the 5. There's the 516. It's going to pay 70. So in the 6 and 8 roll, here's kind of where my idea comes in. Let's cut the bets in half. The bets, not cutting bets. So let's cut everything in half. Here's where we can kind of pivot a little bit with the strategy if the 6 or 8 roll. So we're pulling back 30 and 50, so $80 back to the rack. We've got all our numbers covered. There's the 516. Pays 35. We're going to drop the dealer $2. Take it to 42. Up and pull is the preferred pressing strategy of Shoulda Cashed Out. There's the 628. Pays 35. Drop the dealer $2. Take it to 42. And the wife's over there stirring up Chex Mix with her mic probably on, so everyone's hearing Chex Mix being stirred.
I left my mic over there.
Okay. All right, here we go. 213. Perfect. It's going to pay 75. We'll press it a quarter. Put 50 in our rack. 426. We got $42 on there, so we'll drop the dealer $1. Get paid 50. And we'll take it to 60. And pull back $32 back to the rack. So up and pull. Up and pull. All right. 639, don't have it. There's the 426. It's going to pay, we'll drop the dealer 5 for 75. And then we'll drop the dealer another 5 and take the 6 to 90. And then pull back $50. So we might be close to our profit. That's 250. There's 350, 400, 500, 525, and we got to go a little bit more. We're in a little bit of profit. 437. Damn. I think one more hit, and we would have been right there at our profit goal. And that's with a quick 7 out on the previous shooter. All right, so that turned off. Let's get a point. 549. Let's get our 220.
They might have heard that.
Mm-hmm. They probably are. All right, bets are set. 220 on the even numbers. There's the 4. This is perfect. We're gonna drop $2 and get 4 green. Straight away, we can cover 11, 12, 3, 4. So when that happens, I like to stay aggressive and not reduce the bets. So here we go. Let's see. There's the 6, 4, 10. Again, we'll drop $2. And we'll get 4 green. We're going to collect that, recoup some of our money. Here we go. Hard 4. I need 5 in white. I need some change. Drop the dealer $2. Paid 4 green. And we're going to, I think, let's press the 4 and 10 to 75 and pull back 50 to the rack. 5, 4, 9, that's the point. Coming out. We're back on the 5, 4, 9. Five, 3, 8. It's gonna pay. We'll drop the dealer $5 for 75. And looking at our rack, let's do a rack check real quick. Because I think we might be right there. We're super close to it, so we get 50 in red. Okay, there's 50 in red. Okay, there's 100. So there's our 1,500, 2,000. So we're up 150, 60, 165. We'll just double check. Actually, no, we're up more. We are up more than I thought. Because there's 500. So there's our bankroll starter, 2,000. So we're up 250, 260, 265 is what we're up, plus 4. So we're up $269. Perfect. All right, let's restart this operation. So strategy number 1 worked. Let me reset the bankroll. So there's 15 blacks. Take out 100. So we have 400 in green. So that's 1,900. And then we've got 100 in red. We'll take out $10 of red and put in $10 of white. There we go. All right, so first strategy worked out perfect. So now let's set up the same way, but now no matter what hits, we're gonna reduce our bets. So it's very similar to the same situation, only I was reducing the bets if the 6 and 8 rolled. Now we're gonna reduce it if the 4 and 10 are rolled. So it's gonna have the same 220. There we go. So 220 on the evens. And this is still crapless. We haven't changed that. Yo 11. Yo 11. Oh, don't need those to be rolling right now. 415. And I'm sorry, I totally messed that up. We rolled an 11. The point would have been 11. We would have been working. The 11 rolled again. Point would have been off. Then the 5 rolled. I apologize for that. Here I am saying we're playing crapless, and I forgot 11 was our point. All right, no harm, no foul. We're on the 5. Bets are working. And shotgun the point. 5 is off. Coming out. There's the 8. 8's the point. Bets are working. There's the 7. Out. All right. 220. Down the drain. Bucks off. 314. Get our 220 set up. All right. Here we go. 527. Hit my lip on my table. That sucked. But in the real casino, shooter's gonna hit chips and everything else. So it happens. Let's get a 200 in green. There we go. We'll go ahead and get set up. All right, coming out. Bets are off. 516. All right, we're working. 549, don't have it. 415, don't have it. 314, perfect. Drop the dealer $2. Get 4 green. Dealer, cut my bets in half, please. And then we're going to cover the 11, 12, 2, 3. And we're pulling back $110 back to the rack. That was for Vig on the 4. All right. All covered, 1 hit. Here we go. 516, that's the point. Bucks off. Pays 35. We're going to drop $2. Go to 42. Pulling back a quarter. Coming out. 415. 549, don't have it. 426, perfect. Drop the dealer $1 for 50. And we'll take the 6 to 60. And pull back $32 to the rack. 426 again. Perfect. Pay 70. And we'll take the 6 to 90. Pulling back 30, $40 to the rack. Up and pull, guys. Up and pull. There's the Yo 11. Excellent. It's going to pay $75. Take it to 50. Rack 50. Aces. That is a 6 to 1. So, There's 4 greens, and then there's 2 more. So we're gonna press the 3 to 50, the 2 to 50, and rack $100. Boxcars. Okay, we're going the other direction now. So that's gonna pay 4 greens there, and then 2 more greens. Pays 6 to 1. So we'll take this side up and rack the quarter. And actually, let's do a bankroll check, because I think we might be good. So let's just check it out here real quick. And that was getting wiped out on 2 PSOs. Keep in mind. To keep it simple, let's get 5 reds. All right. So I know we collected a couple blacks. So let me just 3, 4, 5. There we go. There's 15. There's our 2,000. So we're up 100, 75, 80, 87. Up $187. So definitely worked out. Reducing. Let's go a little bit more with that. But we definitely could walk away plus $187. So the strategy is really strong. And that's with getting a couple PSOs there. So what we'll do is we'll just reset everything to kind of the $25 level. We'll just kind of reset there. That's pretty much 100, 210 out there, and we're up 187. So we've got all these bets working, and we're only at risk like 30 bucks, 20 bucks. 516. We'll throw in $2, take it to 42. I know y'all are probably saying, no, you would have won 105 on that. That is true, but, you know, sometimes it's good to get money off the table. 516 again. So we're going to drop $1 for 50. Now, if you think about it, we just racked 75 more bucks. So that would put us at 187 plus 75. So now we're at like, what, 250, 260? So we definitely would be pulling off going home now. Here we go. Let's keep it going, though. 314. Drop $1 for 50. And we're going to rack that 50. There we go. So now we're up to 300. 639, don't have it. 213. It's going to pay 3 to 1, so 75. And we'll just rack it. There's no reason. So we're up to almost $400 now if we pulled out. 628. Pays 35. We'll drop 2 and go to 42. $628. Same thing. We'll drop $1, get paid 50, and we'll collect that. Looking at our rack, we're up 100 there, 200, 250, 300, about 400, 425 right now. If we pulled all our bets down, we would be up about $425. There's boxcars. That's gonna pay 150, And we'll do that straight into the rack. So with that hit, we're up to 550 or so. 516. I don't have any whites. Let me get change. There we go. Drop $1 for 50. And we'll rack it. There's the same bet. Just keep racking. There's 516 again. Drop $1.50. Rack it. No reason not to. Here we go. 426. Well, they're giving me a reason not to. $1.50. Let's take it to 90. And we'll just go straight there. Rip the Band-Aid off. That was for the 50, and this comes back to the rack. There we go. All right. 516. There we go. That was a good call. It's gonna pay 105. Rack it. And there's the 527. Ouch. Clean all this up and we'll see exactly where we're at. I know we left about 200 or so on the table. Maybe a little more. All right, so let's see here. 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 15. We know that's 500, so that's the starting bankroll right there. So we're up 200. So there's 500, and then I'm $1 short of this being 100. So we're looking at basically 500, 600, 599 to be exact. And then there's VIG or whatever. So if you want to account for the VIG, you know what? Dealer, take all that. Take all that for the VIG and tip, whatever. $500 profit. So it's just a different way of playing that I've been tinkering with. Since last night's live stream, Waylon kind of showed us his 4, 6, 8, 10 setup, and I've been kind of tinkering with it on different ways to play it. And that's just one of the ways by regressing the bets straight away. And I think it kind of helps conserve that bankroll, to be honest. I like it. All right, so we showed a more aggressive way to play it, and then we showed kind of a conservative. It is more aggressive with a 220 starting bet, but I think that's a smart way to play craps. Anytime you're regressing your bets is a very safe play, smart play. We did get, well, let me think. A few days ago, somebody in the chat, we were watching Waylon's live. Somebody asked, if you only had $100 and it was a $10 table, what strategy would you use? And I don't think Waylon and Alicia saw that question, which is fine. It happens. It's chaos sometimes on these live streams. But it got me to thinking, if I was posed that question, what would I recommend? And first of all, I'd tell you, you need to go over to Bubble Craps and not play a $10 table craps game with $100. That would be my first response. And if the person said, well, we don't have bubble craps or something like that, I would be like, well, do you have Casino Wizard or something like that? And if they were like, no, all we have is table craps, all I have is $100, it's a $10 table, what would you do? And so I thought about it, and there's a few things that I would do. Number one, I would just go in there and lay the 4. We're just ripping off the Band-Aid, lay the 4 or lay the 10, and if the 7 comes, you win $50 minus the $2 vig or whatever, right? Just go straight in, rip the Band-Aid off, and if the 7 rolls, get your $48, leave. That's one option. The second option is, and why don't we try that real quick? You want to try that real quick?
Go for it.
What I would tell okay. So here we go. So here's the situation.
Are you still crapless or are you craps now?
No, we're regular craps. Regular, I definitely don't do, because, yeah, don't go to the crapless table with $100. Please don't do that. So let's do it. We've got $100. That's all we got. That's all Mama allowed us to bring to the casino is $100. That's it. Mama was cheap for whatever reason. Only gave us $100. So we got to make it work. So let's go strategy number 1. All right. Dealer, no 4. All right. There's strategy number 1. This is option number 1. I mean, we're going to look like a hero or a 0. There's the 7. So we're going to make out as a hero. So there's $50 right there. What to do now? Color it up, leave. So that's option 1 that I would recommend. I mean, you're either going to win big or you're going to go down in flames. Option 2, what I would do is pick either the don't pass or the don't come. Mom, which one do you want to do? Don't pass or don't come?
Don't pass.
So the don't pass. Start out, it's a $10 minimum table. Start out at $15 here. We're going to start out at 15, and here we go. This is option number 2. So hard 4, points 4. All we're doing is looking for the 7 now. There's the 4-2-6. There's the hard 6. 6-3-9. 4-3-7. You're going to win $15. What I want you to do is reduce. So you're pulling back $20 to the rack, and you've got $10 bet. Now, I would advise, because you're up 15% of your starting bankroll, to leave. But let's assume he doesn't want to leave that quick. Okay, he's stubborn. For whatever reason, he wants to keep playing. Although you're up $15, 15%, your butt should be leaving. My butt will be leaving. All right, so puck's off, looking for a point. We got $10 don't pass. 4-3-7. We lose on the don't pass. What you're going to do is you're going to come back in with that $15 now. Come back in with that $15 bet. Let's get a point. There's aces. That's a winner. So that's going to win you 15. Once again, you're going to pull back to the rack, go to a $10 minimum bet, pulling back 20 to the rack. So at this point, you're up $20, 20%. Once again, this is an opportunity for you to leave the casino. 20%. I mean, name a stock that's going to pay you 20% in unless you're a fanatical day trader. But anywho, let's say he's stubborn. He's still stubborn. He wants $30 or so. So here we go. There's the 549. We're on the 9. Looking for the 7. 628. 426. 628. And there's the point hit, 549. So you lose 10. All right. You had an opportunity to walk away with $20. But now we're going back to 15 on the don't pass. Looking for the point. 516. 538. 549. Hard 6. Point hit. This is case in point why your butt should have left when you hit your win goal. So we're not going to raise up our bet. We're going back with the 15. Going back with the $15. 549. 213. Needed that one roll ago. 549. See, now you're in a big time hole. But we got to hold steady. We got to hold the line. Back with our $15 don't pass. 538. 6410. Aces. 527. All right, so we won 15. Now, because we're in a little bit of a hole, we're going to press and pull. So we're pulling back $10 from our rack to our rack, and we've got $20 bet out there. $639. 426. 213. 415. 639. 325. Oh, that was the point hit. Sorry, 639 was the point hit. So we lost 20. I apologize. I got in the groove. So we're going back there. Then we rolled a 5. So 5 would be the point. We're back at our $15. 516. And you're seeing exactly why. Once you hit that profit goal, your butt needs to leave. There's the 325. Lose it again. Now we're done with the don't pass. We're going to run it through the DC. 325. And the momentum could shift at any moment, and that's why you hit that profit goal, you win. There we go. So this is a situation, no matter what we do, we're going to lose. So there's the 617 when we lose. Lost in the DC, so we're back on the don't pass. 628. 426. There's the 7. Pays 15. Up and pull. Bucks off, coming out. 516. 538. 325. 415. 617. So that's going to win $20. Now we're going to reduce back to the $15 level. Yo 11. All right, we lose our 15. We're going back on the don't pass with 15. Aces wins 15. So we're going to up and pull. Six, three, nine. 617. There we go. So that's going to win $20 again. And let's check our rack. We are back to our $100 starting bankroll. So, $15 on the don't pass. Hard 6. Six, two, 8. There's the 5. 6, 4, 10. 5, 1, 6. So once again, we had an opportunity to leave the table even. We were in a hole. At one point, we were down, I think, to like $35. So you got to pay attention to that stuff. That was an opportunity to cash out and try again later. Now we're on the 5. 5, 2, 7. It's going to win 15. Check our bankroll. We're back even. So we're going to go 15. Once again, that's an opportunity right in your face to walk away. But we're going to say the guy is just stubborn. But if he gets to 15% again, he's leaving. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. 3, 1, 4. Aces. Yo 11. Hard 6. 3, 1, 4. 4, 2, 6. That's going to be a monster roll here, it looks like. 6, 3, 9. 6, 1, 7. There we go. All right. He's learned his lesson this time. He is going home with $15 profit. Okay? If not, there's something wrong with the guy, but that's a whole different thing. So that was 2 options that we demonstrated would work. The other option is kind of a cheesy cheese ball move, but I think it's super safe. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Dewey Don't. I know y'all love the Dewey Don't. Being sarcastic. But you'll see how we're going to play it. All right, so 10 on the don't pass, 10 on the don't, or pass and don't pass. Okay, we're on the hard 10. What you're going to do is you're going to lay, let's just say 20 in odds. 20 in odds, and we're going to count our rolls. Okay? So from the point being established, we're going to count, let's say, 5 rolls. if he doesn't 7 out within the 5, we're going to pick up our odds. And we're going to give it another 2 rolls after that. If he still doesn't 7 out, we're going to pick up our don't pass and just play out the pass. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 7. All right. So that goes there. And then we win 10 on our odds. So straight away, he's up 10%. Okay? Once again, that's an opportunity to go home, to leave. But let's say he doesn't restart. Do he don't? Coming out. 6, 2, 8. So in this situation, let's get some 1s. There we go. Yep. We're going to go 18 in odds. 18 in odds. Looking for the 7. We're going to count 5 rolls, and then we'll pick up our odds. There's the 415. That's roll number 1. Put a marker out here. 415. That's roll number 2. 213. That's roll number 3. Midnight. Roll number 4. This is the last roll. 4, 3, 7. So pass line will pay the don't. 18 on the 8 will pay 15. Right there. Pick everything up. That comes back to the rack. So there's our $100. We are up $25. So there's 3 ways that if I was in that situation to where I only had $100 on a $10 table, those are 3 options I would do. Which one's better? I don't know. It's for you to decide. Maybe just doing it all in the no 4 or no 10 and ripping the Band-Aid off is the right way, or maybe the do-we don't, as cheesy as it is, it's very safe, you know? So, but that's just 3 examples of what I would personally do in that situation. So, well, anything else? I think that's about it. We just wanted to hop on here, do a couple crapless strategies, and then kind of answer that comment that I was very intrigued about. It seemed like an innocent question, but when you kind of think about it, it's a very tough scenario to come to a $10 game with only $100. So it just got me thinking of how I would attack that situation. So that's it. So hopefully y'all are staying home, staying warm if you're down in the South like us. And we hope to get back to the casino sooner than later.
Yep.
So maybe Wednesday. I've got lots of bubble crap videos coming out here pretty soon, next week. And I'll try to get to the casino and make some more videos. So until next time, stay warm, stay safe, be excellent to each other. What? Got anything else?
Nothing else. Just hit the X on the screen. Top left corner.
The what? X.
The X.